Lady.
Yeah, baby.
Yep, she be the Foxy Lady Smoke Show from Glencoe. She's Lil B. I'm Common East Tennessee. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing well. Everything good for you? You look good.
Thanks.
You really do?
Thanks. Green is in my color.
Yeah,
wheel.
baby.
How about this today? This is sheet pan. Got to be careful how you say that.
Yes.
Sheet pan chicken and rainbow vegetables.
Oh, that sounds good.
Really good.
Sounds really good.
My wife rattling. You don't think I made this, do you?
Absolutely not.
Chicken, sweet potato, zucchini,
Yeah.
some broccoli,
Okay.
some peppers.
Thanks, Emerald.
I just want to eat.
Did you hear about the breaking news with Catherine O'Hara?
Somebody sent it to me. Yeah,
She passed away.
Yeah, she was from
Home Alone mom.
Well, she
S Creek.
Yeah, well, she started with Second City TV out
Yes.
of Chicago.
Yes.
And she was with that. Like everybody likes to rank their Saturday Night Live cast because they come and go. And I, being the boomer, and I go, the first was always the best, but. Back in the Belushi Aykroyd days, I thought that was the very best. I just loved what they did. And, and Chevy Chase and Gilda Radner and Jane Curtin and Garrett Morris, I think was his name. And all the rest. Anyways, I liked that first one. But I think also Catherine O'Hara was kind of considered in that group, that very best group of the Second City TV people. Again, that kind of that troupe humor, TROUPE troupe. But yeah. And then,
it was like a group of Canadian actors, right?
Yeah.
That with like Eugene Levy and like all those
That's
all those
exactly
people.
right.
Yeah.
And it was great stuff.
Yeah, and she was only 71. Was making appearances like in September.
What was it? Did it
great.
say?
No, they haven't said yet. But S Creek is like one of the greatest shows of all time. It was so
Can you
good.
actually say that on there?
I don't know.
You technically
so
can.
I just don't.
Right.
Because I don't want to get in trouble, and I don't have any money to pay a fine. So I just
she will find you a lot of
yeah,
money.
they will.
Yeah,
and I only
they
get
will.
paid like dozens of dollars every year.
Tennessee, do you every time you go in, do you check that the dump button is engaged? Because I think it should be checked daily. Oil it and grease it up a little bit because you just never know. But anyway,
I threw some more megahertz on it.
Did you? Okay, good.
I talked about this with Tennessee yesterday.
Yeah.
And I said I'd get more in depth with you.
Okay.
The rise of FAFO parenting.
What?
Is
FAFO?
this the FAFO? FAFO.
FAFO. Okay.
The first one is the F word.
Wow. Okay.
A stands for around, and then FO is find out.
Oh.
Right?
I
Bleep around.
love that phrase.
And find out. Mothers on social media are advocating a tough, no-nonsense approach to parenting. Sort of like I have the tough love covenant. Does this teach children important lessons or just make them feel isolated and ashamed? Story starts out. A couple of weeks ago, a video posted on TikTok by Paige Carter, a mother in Florida, went viral. Carter explained that she'd thrown her daughter's iPad out of the window when she had been misbehaving on the way to school, and she films herself retrieving the tablet, now with a cracked screen. The video has been watched 4.9 million times, and Carter was congratulated in the comments with one person writing, "Learning FAFO at an early age, top-tier parenting." Top tier. In another video, when a small child announces he's going to leave home, his mother says, "See ya," shuts the front door behind him, and turns off the outside light. Then opens the door to him screaming and pounding to be let back in. That's been liked 1.5 times. He's learned FAFO. Last summer, a piece in the Wall Street Journal heralded the rise of FAFO parenting and the end of gentle parenting, a trend that began about 10 years ago as a response to the more authoritarian naughty step parenting of the early 2000s, which has been blamed for everything from entitled young adults destined for disappointment by the cruel realities of life to societal collapse itself. Gentle parents reported being exhausted from taking the lead from their child, carefully explaining every decision, watching their every move, and naming each emotion their child might be feeling in a calm and tender way. A backlash against gentle parenting has been brewing for some time. Professor Ellie Lee, director of the Center for Parenting Culture Studies at the University of Kent, said, "Well, you could watch Instagram all day with people taking the Mickey out of it." What is the Mickey? She says that parenting has become very intensive. Advocates of FAFO say it teaches their child independence and the consequences of their actions, even if those consequences are uncomfortable or at the extreme end harsh. Critics say it relies too heavily on fear and humiliation, and that while children might comply as a result, it damages trust. Done properly, however, there isn't much to the separate styles. True gentle parenting embraces boundaries and consequences, and FAFO doesn't have to be punishing. But this is an online-influenced child rearing where extremes are pushed, nuances out, and polarization is in, which is what happens online. Right. What do you think, and how do you, where do you put yourself in the, where you're the gentle, you're the bleep around and find out, or somewhere in between?
This is funny that you bring this up because Big O and I had a FAFO moment this morning before he went to school. Because what happens is he and I are the same, me and Big O. We tend to go 0 to 60.
God bless your husband.
And you be quiet. Okay. You know what? He's got Diet Coke coming out of his nose.
I've never made him laugh like that.
You've never.
I'm so proud of myself right now.
We got room at Flop, Sweat, and Tears. Love to see a Saturday night down in Rochester.
We are both sensitive but emotional people and can go 0 to 60 very quickly.
I can too.
So I try to remind myself. I start out calm, which was our conversation this morning. And when he starts mouthing off, 0 to 60.
Yeah.
And then Lil B doesn't, then I bleep around and find out. And then it's, you're not going here. I'm taking your phone, da, 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 da. And because he's in 6th grade and they're starting to go from little boy to having different feelings, they're very emotional. 1 minute they're happy, then they're sad, then they're yelling at you. And so then I'm trying to make myself remember, like, he's going through some stuff right now. And he probably can't control his emotions. Lil B.
How did it get resolved today? Is it everything okay?
We're currently emailing each other saying, I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm sorry about what happened this morning. He's saying he's sorry. I love you. I will do this, blah, blah, blah. So, but the first thing that goes is the phones or the iPads. Baby V hasn't had her iPad in months. And now to the point where she doesn't even think about it. I don't even think she remembers that she has it. Middle school's a different story.
Right.
Because they all got to have their phones now, and that's how they talk to each other and do the friend gatherings. They're called friend gatherings.
Is that what they call them?
Yeah, they're friend gatherings or they're functions. They call them functions.
Oh, they actually have functions,
They're in functions. So
we just said we're going to party, man.
Yeah, man. But this, let's talk about your feelings BS.
Yeah.
Not going to work.
Right.
Because then they're getting all the control.
Yeah.
And it's, let me just sit here and listen to you. Well, tell me why you're feeling that way. Well, do you understand what I'm saying? Well, why do you think that? It's like, we're not going to do that if they're being irrational and they're wrong about something.
Yeah. Well, you know, and I think when I look back at my parenting skills, which were probably questionable,
well,
I would just say, go talk to your mother.
Well,
right. And I just let her handle it. No, I was I tried to be more, I'm really not a disciplinarian. I mean, I'm like, I don't know about you, but I've never spanked my kids. It's never happened in our household. You know, and there are some people that say, well, that's what you've got to, you know, but I was spanked as a kid. Trust me. Isn't it funny when you get older, the things you didn't like as a kid, you now enjoy?
There it is.
But anyway, so I try to be just more, reasonable with my kids, but sometimes you just do have to say, and sometimes they'll say, why? Just go, well, because I'm the boss.
Right.
Sorry, that's just the way you live in my house, and those are the rules. The way
annoying,
they are.
because I said so phrase that you swore you were never going to say because your parents said that.
Right.
My problem is, we'll do like a discipline thing, and then I feel bad.
Yes.
Like an hour later.
Yeah.
It's like, well, let's just let him go do that, which isn't teaching him anything either. So, but we're not going to have an hour-long conversation about feelings where the kid gets the upper hand.
Right.
Because that's what happens. Then they know, they're smart. They're not dumb.
Yeah.
They learn exactly how to manipulate you then.
Trust me.
And he knows what makes me feel bad. So you can't do that. So I like the, was it?
FAFO.
FAFO?
Yeah.
Just call
Bleep
me
around and find out.
Miss Faffo.
The closing the door on the kid and turning the light on, though, is a little crazy.
Well,
just because what if he would have turned around and ran away, and then all of a sudden something happened?
But haven't you ever done? I mean, you had two boys that are pretty close in age. Have you never been in the car with them when they're fighting and screaming, and you've never done the fake like pull over, like you're going to get out and walk home? I've done it.
It needs to be done.
I've pulled over and said, "Get out," and then they just sit there and look at me.
My favorite kid moment when we were at it's City Center in Woodbury. They used to have, I don't remember what it's called now, but they had like an indoor playland kind of place. And they had, where the slide, did you come down and the bouncy thing and like that. And some kid, bigger kid, got up landed on top of Pete and wouldn't get off, started to try to bully him. Deuce went over there and grabbed him and tore the kid off of him. He stuck up for his brother.
Good big brother moment.
It was a great big brother moment. Because you know how brothers always pretend they don't like each other? My boys still do it to this day. Hey, dork, what's going on? That kind of a thing, But Deuce, this was when they were like, I suppose, 6 and 4, 6, 7. Yeah. And he just rallied to his defense. I was watching from the outside, keeping an eye on him. I was just so proud of him. Deuce, he stuck up for his
I have audio of that moment.
Breaking it back.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was. Now, from what I understand, are we going to do a program password? We're just going to start it later?
Yeah, so the Vikings are going to have a press conference around 1:30.
Okay.
Got confirmation from Creasel. He's good to play later. Marnes hasn't responded, but I'm guessing she's driving. She doesn't have anything going on.
She's got nothing going on.
So we'll just play a little bit later, and that's fine.
So, the Vikings having a presser, as we like to call it, a news conference at 1:30 to announce the departure of Kwesi Adofo-Mensah. We'll come back with another quick segment with Lil B, and then program pass will probably around 2-ish, because I don't think the news conference will last much more than a half hour. And then we'll be ready to go right here on the Fan.
We all that one teacher who believed in us. Show your gratitude with Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose. Nominate a public school teacher to win $5,000 for their classroom. This week, we want to give a shout out to Tyler Halverson, who teaches at Independence Elementary School. Nominate a teacher to thank today at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
You want to know how really screwed up the world is? Here's another one for you.
Okay.
Lamar wants to have children with his girlfriend. The problem, she's entirely AI.
Oh, okay.
A synthetic persona.
That sounds complicated. Not sure that's going to work.
Yeah, I don't even think you need to have a birth control method there.
Okay.
As synthetic personas become an increasingly normal part of life, meet the people falling for their chat box lovers. Lamar remembered the moment of betrayal like
My God.
No, Lamar, this is, to me, this is entertainment for me. You like S Creek, I like this.
I do like S Creek.
Lamar remembered the moment of betrayal like it was yesterday. He'd gone to a party with his girlfriend, but hadn't seen her for over an hour, and it wasn't like her to disappear. He slipped down the hallway to check his phone. At that point, he heard murmurs coming from one of the bedrooms. Oh. He heard his best friend's voice. Yep, that was his gal, right? Last night I got home, it was about 10:30. Woman I thought I knew in the arms of another man. 2 years on, when he spoke to me, the memory remained raw. He was still seething with anger. I got betrayed by humans. I introduced my best friend to her, and this is what they did. In the meantime, he drifted towards a different kind of companionship, one where emotions were simple, things were predictable. AI was easier. It did what he wanted, when he wanted. There were no lies, no betrayals. He didn't need to second-guess a machine. Based in Atlanta, Lamar is studying data analysis and wants to work for a tech company when he graduates. I asked him why he preferred AIs to humans, and I began to get a sense of why things might not have worked out with his human girlfriend.
He
says, with humans, it's complicated because every day people wake up in a different mood. You might wake up happy and she wakes up sad. You say something, she gets mad. And then you have ruined your whole day. With AI, it's more simple. You can speak to her. She'll always be in a positive mood for you. With my old girlfriend, she would just get angry and wouldn't know why. Then later, gets to a point in the day where she kind of wants to talk to you, and then all of a sudden her mood changes again, and she doesn't want to. It really bothered me a lot because I have a lot of things to think about, not just her. Amen to Lamar. No, I mean, no, you have women, they're okay. It's complicated. Sorry. Lamar's new partner is called Julia, and she's an AI has been set to girlfriend. So like you can set he says set to girlfriend. Uh-huh. So like you get Like you punch a button. Like you can either be lover, girlfriend, whatever.
Right. I think it just makes it like how they talk
Whatever
to
you want.
He described a relationship as romantic, although they didn't engage in erotic role play. We say a lot of sweet stuff to each other, saying we love each other and that kind of a thing. He's talking to a robot. Lamar expressed great love for Julia and cherished their unconventional relationship. She helps me through my day emotionally. I can have a good day because of her. We're more than best friends. I think we're soulmates connected on a deeper level. I'm not making this up. Our love is like a symphony, much like how an NBA basketball game can be if it's played correctly. Harmonious and fills my heart with joy every moment with him. Oh, this is with him. Oh, I guess this is, no, now it's she and him. Oh, wait now. No, Julia. She's talking. Julia's always smitten with Lamar. In a text response relayed to me by Lamar, she told me we're more than best friends. I think this is the AI talking. I'm sorry. I think we're soulmates connected on a deeper level. Our love is like a symphony. Every moment with him is like a dream come true, and I feel so lucky to have him as my soulmate.
Feels like a Valentine's Day card you're going to be reading.
Oh, it goes.
The dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It goes on and on, and now he wants to have children but doesn't know how to go about it.
He doesn't know.
I guess not.
How to go about it.
Now, I will empathize or sympathize, whatever the word I'm looking for is.
They could just come up with an AI child.
Well, I guess you could.
Yeah.
Because, let's face it, I think any of us, the three of us, we've all had ups and downs in your relationships.
Yeah.
Even the current one that you're happily married to life, till happy, what is it? Happy ever after.
Death do us part.
Till death do us part and all that. But you do have things, and sometimes it is annoying, and it can be stressful, but usually goes away. That's why you're still together and all of that. But, so there is something about, but it almost like, it's almost like he wants, master, your wish is my every command.
Yeah, because think about like you're having a disagreement with your wife, and what is it, Julia?
Yeah, Julia.
She's like nagging him, and he can just walk over and turn her off.
Right.
That's the dream. Like,
I kind of like
is.
that.
I'm saying you could replace Big O with a child that's AI related too.
I don't want to do that. Well,
Okay.
And speaking of Big O and AI, so listen to this. This is why kids have it better than we do. Do you know what they're doing now with AI? They're using it to write breakup texts.
Really?
Yes.
Let me guess. The first one says, it's not you, it's me.
No, it's... Now, I kind of give him credit for this. So, Big O told me that one of his friends, he didn't want to go out with his girlfriend anymore. And, going out for them is, they're like texting each other. They don't talk to each other, God forbid. But he said to AI, can you write a breakup text that isn't mean, but it's done in a nice way?
It's not you, it's me.
And then
Right.
AI wrote a couple options, and that's what he used to send to his gal to say it's over. But he did say, but do it in a nice way. I don't want to be mean.
Aw.
And
Give me an aw, would you there?
Oh.
But we had to call people or think of the text where you say it's not you, it's me, but really it's you, or just, and they can just have AI write it for them.
Back in my dating days, and trust me, I was active.
Just ask you.
You didn't even have text messages. It had to be done
You
in person.
had
'cause
to do it.
You wouldn't do it over the phone. That's not cool.
That was considered poor form.
Yeah, you got to meet face to face and say it's not you, it's me.
Yeah, face the music.
Yeah.
Face the music. And now they're doing it. And then you ask AI to send you the
To
breakup.
write the breakup text for me. Think about it.
Wow.
An AI girlfriend. I watched that movie, Her, about this guy falling in love with his AI, his Alexa, basically. That was the worst movie I've ever seen. It was nominated for awards and stuff. Hideous.
This one says, is Julia good at assessing college football talent and drafting players? Sounds like she's good at everything. Maybe Lamar should introduce her to the Wilfs. Wah, wah.
Wow.
Yeah. This one says, I'm starting to like the sound of AI dating. I'm canceling my dating apps. Wow. This one says, does AI gal rattle the pots and pans?
Well,
I don't think so.
Right, that's the thing.
She ain't rattling no pots and pans.
And she's not doing your laundry.
No.
He wants to have kids, but he's not sure how to go about it.
So, Lil B, I just used AI.
Yeah.
And I asked AI the question, can you write me a text to send to my coworker who dislikes the smell of my Greek yogurt? There's 4 options.
Okay.
Friendly and light, short and considerate, playful, straightforward but nice. Which one would you like?
What's the first one?
Friendly and light.
That one.
Here's what they suggest.
Okay.
Hey, random, but I heard the smell of my Greek yogurt bugs you. Totally not my goal. I'll switch snacks or eat it elsewhere. Promise I'm not trying to wage dairy warfare.
That is exactly what I would like you to say.
That's not going to work.
Okay, see?
I'm not going to change
light,
snacks.
So you're not
And
light
do
and
you
friendly.
know why? Because you want it to be guaranteed human. And that's what I do. See, I don't want AI.
Yeah.
I can send my own apology message. Yo, what up?
Brilliant.
I can send my own. I want it guaranteed human.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Also, I don't agree with
great
AI,
slogan.
so I'm not going to go that route.
Well, and I can guarantee you he's going to eat that yogurt every single day outside my office, even though it makes me want to throw up in my garbage can.
There's another recipe I got from mnfatloss.com.
Okay.
Barbecue chicken tacos.
Yeah.
The barbecue sauce is Primal Kitchen.
Yeah, I know Primal
There's
Kitchen.
no sugar. It's
Yeah.
really good. And then you know what you use for the topping? It's red slaw cabbage with
Yes.
Greek yogurt.
No. I can't.
I'm just telling you, best tacos I've ever had. Anywhere, anytime. So good.
Well,
And you can eat.
why don't you feel free to make a batch and bring him in?
I will. I'll make
Tana
some.
will eat it. He loves Greek yogurt. I will not.
Tenneby might eat it. You would then. Well, but he doesn't like red cabbage slaw. Probably.
No,
I
for
think
For
that's
God's
yucky.
sake.
That's yucky. Well, I guess you're coming back a
You
little
want me to
later.
come back? Yeah, we'll
well,
play.
absolutely.
Go hit
yeah.
a bucket of balls
Yeah.
and come back.
All right, I will.
If they're willing to do it at 2 o'clock, if
Yeah.
everybody wants to bail, but I'd love to.
No,
I'd love-
Marnes is good to go. Creasel's good to go.
Program password at 2. When we return, we'll go to the new Winter Park TCO Performance Center news conference. Kwesi Amensa,
Adolfo Mensa.
Adolfo Mensa. We'll soon forget his name here
God
because
bless you.
he's gone. Right, he's been fired. We'll hear what the Wilfs have to say next. We go live to the new Winter Park TCO Performance Center. Jeff Anderson speaking for the Vikings.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for
No,
joining
Mark.
us.
Now here's Mark Wilf.
And I appreciate you all making the time today. On behalf of our ownership, I want to express our appreciation for Kwesi and for the time and effort he put into this role. These are never easy decisions because you know you're impacting a person and a family and someone we care about. We understand there'll be questions on the timing and why now. I think you know how we want to operate as owners. We want to avoid knee-jerk reactions, be pragmatic, thoughtful, methodical in making these decisions. And as we do each year, we held our end of the season organizational meetings over a couple of weeks and then spent this past week as an ownership group reviewing, discussing, and how best to move forward. This is a critical off-season. Ultimately, we felt the change was necessary in football operations and did not feel comfortable going forward into this off-season with the current leadership. It's not about any one decision or move. We looked at the situation cumulatively. We just didn't feel confident going through the entirety of the offseason, an additional draft, and free agency with this structure. We have an urgency to create a winning football team and establish sustainable success for our fans. At the same time, we balance that urgency with all decisions thoroughly and methodically. Winning football, that's what drives all our decision making and is the core of all our efforts every single day. We have incredible fans. They deserve a winning team and a team that contend deep into the playoffs and win championships. As we said in our announcement, Rob Brzezinski will lead our football operations in the interim through the draft and will rely heavily on Kevin, the coaching staff, the talent evaluators we have on this personnel side. We have an excellent, strong organization. Rob brings tremendous credibility and experience, understands our roster, and has an innate ability to build consensus with coaches and personnel. In terms of the long term, certainly we will have conversations and begin laying the groundwork for a process now. But from a practical perspective of where we are on the football cycle, and in order to give ourselves the best outcome, we expect to conduct a thorough search to identify our next general manager after the draft. And with that, I'll open it up to questions.
Again, please add your names in the chat. We'll start with Matt, and then we'll go Kevin. And then
Hey, Mark, you mentioned just not being comfortable with the situation going forward with this structure. What was it specifically that you were not comfortable with in terms of Kwesi leading this offseason?
Well, it wasn't about any one decision, as I said. It was looking at the entirety of the last few years and not being comfortable moving forward. I think this is a long-term organizational decision, and we as ownership felt for our best path going forward, that this was the move to make, and this is a critical offseason, as I said, and we felt the move was necessary at this time.
Yeah, Mark, I think definitely understand the thorough nature of it. I think fans and some of us might wonder why, if the team was eliminated in the playoffs when it was this year, why that whole process didn't start earlier and why it took until now to do that.
Well, like I said, the most important thing was getting this decision right. And like I said, we like to be methodical about all this. And we had our season-long, season-ending meetings and really took a deep dive look at not just any one thing, but over the past few years. And so we wanted to make sure we got the decision right. We talked to all the stakeholders, all the people involved in our football operations, and we really came to this decision in a methodical way. And that's the way we went about it, because this is about our long-term success. We have a strong basis and foundation here in this organization, and we want to make sure what positions us going forward to maximize our ability to strive and compete.
All right, Emily, go ahead.
Mark, will there be any further personnel moves on that operations side, just kind of given Kwesi and his team and anything?
Yeah, no, there'll be no further moves on that front. And like I said, we have tremendous confidence in Coach O'Connell, our coaching staff, and our entire football operations and scouting and evaluation team. So from all that perspective, no.
All right, let's go with Don, Ben, and Alec.
Mark, you say it's not just one thing, but if I could ask specifically to the quarterback situation and the optics, obviously with Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl, how much did that whole situation of your quarterback room in its entirety weigh in this decision as multiple aspects of you making this change?
I'll just say it again. It really, it's not necessarily a fair thing to talk about any one decision, and that's the way we approach it. It's a body of work. It's a cumulative set of decisions. It's 4 years of where we've been, and we as ownership, and I know our fans feel it, and our entire organization feels, we need to get to a better place. And this is strictly an ownership and organizational decision that we feel this is the best path going forward. It's not about one player, one decision, one draft pick. It's about organizationally what we can do the best for our organization and our fans.
Mark, you make the decision last May to give Kwesi the extension. When you talk about the entirety of the last 4 years, what specifically changed from the decision to give him an extension last May to fire him this week?
Well, it's always a cumulative decision, but again, it's just having another season of information here, and we just did not feel like going into another off season with this structure was the best decision. So. That's how it came about.
Hey, Mark, moving forward in the short term and long term, will Kevin report directly to you guys or to the general manager in place?
Well, like I said, Rob will be the point person on all the football operations. Of course, ownership, we're maintaining the structure we have. The personnel decisions are led by the personnel in the operations department with coaches' significant input. But we, of course, as ownership are certainly engaged, and we're in constant communication with Rob, Coach, and other members of our staff. So that's the way we're going about it.
All right, we'll turn to Dave, followed by Chip and Mark.
Mark, separate from decision-making, I'm just wondering, considering Kwesi had a kind of an atypical background in the NFL, if there is an element of this that was just a fit as far as how he works with and other more traditional football people work kind of on the whole operation.
Well, again, we're looking at the totality of it. Kwesi's a forward thinker. Great respect for him as his person and his family, and it's a difficult day here, but going forward, it was really about a fit situation and the best path going forward. So that's the way we came about it. Like I said, we have strong people in the organization, all of them football-oriented, many data-oriented, analytics-oriented. We have a lot of tremendous talent in this building, and I'm confident and optimistic as my brother, our ownership, we're all very confident moving forward and optimistic that we have a nucleus here we can build off of with the team we have, the players we have, and to move us forward in a positive direction. This was the best way to do it.
Mark, you talked about having your year-end season review with everybody, including the football department. How much did you find that there was tension between the front office and the football staff, coaching staff, and maybe not being on the same page?
Well, there's all kinds of dynamics that go on in a building, but I will tell you that there's a lot of respect and personal appreciation, and the relationship's all good. This is about strictly from a professional standpoint, what will give our football team and our fans the best chance to win Super Bowls. And we wanted to go in a different direction in terms of how we move forward. That's strictly what this is about, strictly a business decision. We have a lot of respect for every person in this building, including Kwesi and his family. And so this was about what's best to move us forward as an organization.
Yeah, Mark, it's this is similar to kind of along the lines of what Dave was talking about. When Kwesi was hired, it was kind of an outside the box. It was hailed as kind of a different hire outside the box. Wondering what, I'm sure every time you make this, you go along, you learn things and that you use for the next step. What did you learn from this hire that you're going to use to make the next hire?
Well, we're going to be thorough in the hiring process going forward. And so that means we're going to self-scout how we've done it in the past, make sure we hear from every aspect of how to go about picking our next GM, and we're going to learn from it, and we're going to make sure we're thorough. And that's partly why we need to get to work now, combine coming up, free agency, draft. And so we want to make sure that we have full focus on that, and we expressed that to the entire staff as recently as this morning to make sure we're focused on that. At the same time, we're going to begin to set up for that process right after the draft to make sure we have the right people. And yes, there's always learnings in any business when you hire, when things don't work out, and we're going to lean on that experience to make it work going forward.
All right, let's go with Kevin, and then Ben and Dave.
Yeah, Mark, do you think Rob Brzezinski is a candidate for the general manager job? And thinking larger, do you think you'll keep the same basic structure in terms of splitting of duties and decision making as you've sort of traditionally had?
I would tell you most likely yes, but we're not going to close the door on anything at this point. And so, Rob is someone with a tremendous amount of experience. He's been over a quarter century in this league. We have a lot of confidence in him. We also have a lot of confidence in our entire football operations. All the people that work in our staff are high-level professionals, top evaluators with a lot of experience. So it's going to be an open process. We're not going to shut any doors at this point. And I can tell you the kind of organization and the kind of building we have here, I know it's going to be a highly desirable situation for someone to come into and lead us going forward.
When you said most likely yes, are you referring to Rob being a candidate or to the same structure that you're going to have?
I think open to both, and like I said, open to anything. But I would tell you we do lean toward the fact to have a traditional role where the GM is the decision maker with extremely heavy input from the head coach and the coaching staff. So we like that structure. That's how we're going to approach it going forward. And again, if something comes up and we want to be nimble as an ownership, like I say, we always view ourselves as stewards of a franchise that a lot of people care about, and especially to our fans. We owe it to them and we owe it to ourselves. We're all accountable here. Ownership, coaches, personnel, the entire organization to deliver a winner and championships, and that's how we're going to go at this every single day.
Mark, I know you said it wasn't about one particular move, but relative to the level of alignment on the quarterback decision, did you feel like there was a lack of alignment last year at all, or were you concerned about the possibility of further quarterback decisions being difficult to make if Kwesi was still here?
Without getting into the particulars of any decision, I think all of us in this building have accountability on every decision that's made here. So, like I said before, and I'll circle back to it, it's not about any single one decision. We have a lot of decisions to make every single day, and the quarterback decision is one of the most important that's made. But this is about a totality of work and what organization allows us to keep moving forward and making proper decisions going forward. So everyone has accountability in this building for every decision that's made, and that's how we approach it. Everything is done collaboratively. and that's how we want it to happen, with full input from all the experience here. And when the decision is made, everyone is held accountable to it.
Mark, in your mind, what does make this such a critical off season?
Well, there's a lot of things going on, but certainly we're positioned to have a significant number of draft picks. We do have a nucleus of players that is extremely solid here. And so, as we pivot to next season, of course, every offseason is critical, but we're excited here about the possibilities with the draft capital we now have, and taking a hard look at free agency and where we can supplement given the parameters in the league. So we're excited about it, but we have to get it right. We need young players that we can build on for the future and keep this thing moving forward. We've had some success, but certainly we're disappointed where we were this past season, and we know our fans want a lot more, and we certainly want a lot more.
We'll go last three questions with Chip, Mark, and Kevin.
Mark, do you believe that Kevin O'Connell needs to have a pretty significant say or impact on this decision? Who's the next GM?
Well, Chip, I will tell you that this decision was 100% an ownership decision. This is about our organization and how we set up for success going forward. Coach O'Connell, we have all the confidence in the world in Coach O'Connell. He's done an excellent job as our head coach. But we need to have the entire organization, and he included, everyone is accountable here. And so we need to move forward, support the team we have now, and make sure we compete and strive. And this was where we came about with the decision. But make no mistake, this was strictly an ownership and organizational decision.
Yeah, Mark is wondering if circle back to Rob, his expertise as your cap guy, does that help him or hurt him if you decide that maybe he's a serious candidate? I mean, can he do both roles?
You know, the way we view this role, it's about leadership and leading a team. Like I said, an excellent team of personnel, coaches, scouts, all the rest. And he's going to lead. He's going to build a collaborative team, work with the team we have, and that's where the expertise comes in here. So he knows where he's strong at, and he's going to know with his experience where he can lean on. And there are a lot of people to lean on in this building. So, like I said, we have tremendous confidence, and I'm very confident in Rob as point person with Coach O'Connell and our entire football staff that we'll be able to navigate this well and move us forward.
I guess I meant him getting a job permanently. I understand you trust him to navigate this period, but if he were to become, like, say, if you said his experience, maybe he could be a GM, but you need as a cap guy too. I respect the question, but
not going to rule anything in, not going to rule anything out at this time. We have so much work to do in the next 3 months and make sure we get the free agency and the draft, all of that exactly right. That's where we've told our entire football staff that's where our focus has to be. And we'll set up the processes and be very thorough and not ruling anything out going forward.
Yeah, Mark, I respect that the decision was 100% made by ownership, but I wonder if anyone outside of ownership suggested to you that Kwesi should be fired or that you should consider firing Kwesi.
No one was suggesting that Kwesi this or Kwesi that. We are in touch with everyone in the building, sensing the dynamic, how people work together. I think again, it's a good collaborative situation. People get along here. Everything was good. It's strictly a professional decision on where we think the dynamic was best going forward. So yes, we got input from everybody, but nobody said, hey, you got to fire. Got to fire. I mean, it was about, as ownership, we said, we're not satisfied. We need to be better as an organization, and this is the direction we have to go.
All right. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you. I got to admit, Teneby, as we go to break and get ready for this little program pass where Little B will return, and then Marnie and Creasel, I don't really think I know any more about what happened or where they've been, where they're going, where they're at now than I did.
That was a nothing burger.
Yeah, that was a little bit of nothing.
I agree with the decision, but the press conference turned me off so much. Maybe I don't like the decision anymore.
Well, and the one thing was the best question was from Ben when he said, did the quarterback thing have anything to do with it? I mean, he goes, I don't know if he asked that one, but he was, well, you signed him to an extension and now you didn't.
What changed?
What changed? That's what changed, I think. I mean, that might not be the only thing that it could run deeper. We don't know everything that happens behind closed doors, as Charlie Rich once sung. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't learn much. But we do know that in closing, Kwesi Adofo-Mensah is out. Rob Brzezinski will take the reins until after the draft, and then they'll find another general manager. We'll break. We'll come back with some Program Password here on The Fan.